So every now and then I see comments from, I would suppose these people, they are narcissists. I see comments, everybody's a narcissist. We all have narcissism in us. You don't know what you're talking about. You, so the thing is, I don't, uh, because I understand this game of narcissism and how it works. So basically, what I do, I don't want to play along. But if I wanted to show you guys to highlight, because you see the word will be highlight. If I wanted to highlight for you guys these comments and what they really represent and what the person is really trying to say, you'd clearly understand that you will clearly understand that a narcissist has been triggered. You know, so a narcissist has been triggered. There's something they have had in the video. So you see, that's why I told this channel is the most breaking empath free. And now you see these narcissists coming around to creep in, hearing things that don't even concern them, trying to sneak into content that doesn't even associate with them. This is an empath channel, survivors and victims, whatever, thrivers. So now you come, you're narcissist, and you're sitting down in your sofa, you think that you're going to enjoy this content. This content is going to burn you down. This is a truth channel. So I used to have the, what do they call it? The intro. This is the channel of truth. Welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empath free. Now you are coming here, you're a narcissist. And you really think that I'm going to be here massaging your ego. It's not going to happen. You don't expect me to start recording videos and I'm going to massage your ego. Because those were the games that we used to do back in the days when we were victims of abuse and everything. But when we've done the work, there's no more massaging egos. We are going to break the ego. It's vice versa, ladies and gentlemen. So those narcissists who you see, they come around and they start telling me what to do. The microphone should be pointing this direction. The camera, let the camera look that direction. It's because they are trying to, what is the best word to say? They are running away from the truth because they are hearing something is cracking their ego. It's like getting an egg, the egg, and smashing it on the ground. It's going to crack. So their ego is cracking too bad because for the very first time they are coming face to face with the truth teller. So that's why now they start their diversions like they've always done, the gaslighting, because we understand. You guys know what is gaslighting. So this is what they do. They like those games of gaslighting people. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about because according to the book that was written by so and so, that is what they said. So now they start referring to the book. When you start healing, when you heal, you are going to start laughing about these energy vampires. You will be smiling, you'll be laughing. You don't even want to laugh, but you will laugh because you're seeing the entire game how it plays. You are seeing it play out in real time. So you're a person who has been going through abuse, and then you woke up one day, you looked around you, who can help me? You ran to your father. Before you knew it, a couple of days, you realized that your father was the narcissist. That's what happened to me. I was very confident that time at the time. Oh, I discovered this narcissism. I can talk about this. And, I was family members. I was some of my friends. Guys, listen, this is this and that is that. So I was very, very excited to share this thing, to share my story and my journey. And then with the time I started keeping my mouth shut, I was starting to look closer. And I was like, uh-oh, the father is one of them. Or the sibling is one of them. Or the neighbor is one of them. Or the friend is one of them. I started to see them everywhere. Now, there's something you guys need to understand. When we're talking about narcissistic abuse, we don't say we are perfect. Many of us have just been too abused and we have been swimming too long in toxicity where we have been kind of like been broken down almost to the narcissist level, but it's just because we're crawling back to the light. So I always never say we are perfect. I know that we have got our flaws. Many of us are struggling, battling with addictions, different ones. So there's a lot of things that are happening. But you just have to understand, I do not say anybody is perfect. We are just works in progress. Okay? So basically, you're going to realize these people are everywhere. And the first question is coming into your mind, to mind. How couldn't you see this? You didn't know this, you couldn't see this. Do you know the reason why? That is because they didn't tell you this in school. When you was very busy learning about human anatomy, biology, reproductive system, the respiratory whatever, you was even learning about whatever, what do they call them, which is okay. I'm not saying there's a problem to learn things. While you was learning about the contents of a bean, they dissect the bean and they will start telling you the contents of inside the bean. They wasn't telling us about these things because we didn't know this. We wasn't told these things. So this is the knowledge that was hidden from people. And there's a very big reason as to why it was hidden from people. Because eventually when everybody knows what is going down, the entire foundations will crack. When the world starts to figure out what is abuse, you will see a lot of families starting to crack because they're understanding what is going on inside the system, dysfunctional. So in my opinion, I believe that narcissism has been secretly imposed onto us. I do not know for whichever reason, but I would suspect or I would believe, this is my opinion, that we have been living and swimming around these people. These people have been siphoning our energy for how long? They have been siphoning our energy for decades. You have no idea. My grandmother was one of them. You know, my father, I believe, the granddad was the emperor. So the grandma, a lot of friends who used to be around me at the time, uh, relatives, neighbors. There was someone else. The list can go on and on and on. The moment I started waking up, ladies and gentlemen, you wake up and you're looking around in shock. You're like, wow, this is how I've been living. This is how I've been surviving. They have always been around me, these vampires. You know, they come in, they siphon energy, they run away. They come in, siphon, and they run away. Very secretly, slowly. The world is spiritual. Ladies and gentlemen, the world is spiritual. Everything that we knew was physical. The things that we thought that we knew, it was all a setup, it was a lie. I can promise you this, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't true. Everything that you thought that you knew, your reality was altered. They would teach you anything what you wanted to, you know, what you needed to hear in school, but nobody was mentioning. There was no syllabus on narcissism. For the longest I've been in school, primary, whatever, nursery, kindergarten, whatever, college, university, there was no syllabus. It is a few people who was into the studies of psychology, the department of psychology, that they would, somewhere deep in that, inside there, it was hidden, inside somewhere there. But this is something, it has nothing to do with psychology. It was something it was mandatory. There are some things were supposed to be mandatory in school. Everybody was supposed to understand what it is. The same way we understand and read our languages in English is the same way this thing was supposed to be taught. Because we're dealing with something that is much more serious than learning about the inside of a bean and the maize grain, a maize seed and whatever. Those things we used to learn in school, they dissect things and they started teaching us, the insects, So we have been living in toxicity. The people, they have always been here, they have been everywhere. Everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, it's unbelievable. You move around and you start to see these people. You will see them. You will be surprised. They was everywhere. They've always been everywhere. So anyway, you just have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that narcissistic abuse is very real. You know, it's very real. It's very destructive. It's real. Let nobody tell you these illusions. Oh, you're over imagining things. You're too much thinking. No, it's real, and it's very destructive. The ones who have been in those things, we know. We know. There's nothing you can tell us we have not seen. We know everything. Protect yourself, my chosen ones. Protect yourself. You really have to protect yourself. If you cannot protect yourself, nobody will protect you. Stand up for yourself. Don't allow to be consumed by a narcissist. These people, they are weak. They're just living on borrowed energy. The energy you see them moving around, you pump them up with energy, then they're going to inflate like a balloon. So you see them moving around with borrowed energy, and you think that they're too powerful. They are nothing. They are nothing. That's why they work behind the shadows, because they know they are demons. You're the one who is there giving them energy. You are the one giving them too much power. Without your power, they are nobody. Is why you see they are trying to gang stalk you to silence you, because they know they don't want to be seen. They don't want to be seen for who they are. They know that they are empty vessels. They are demons in disguise. You was always the one with the real power. Why should I even put this thing? This keeps on moving around. Maybe here. You've always been the real one. You know, there was always the dupes. It doesn't matter. Manager, supervisor, there was dupes. You've always been the real one. But you see, the thing is, it was very important to keep you hidden, playing small so that you cannot rise. That's what the whole intention. So this was a game of the mind. So that's what they call the mind games. It was all meant to play with your mind and manipulate your mind for you to think that you've always been small, so that these energy vampires would show up as the mighty ones, pumped up with your energy. Take your energy away, you will see them. They're going to implode. They're going to deflate. You know, just take one pin and what do they call it? Peck at the balloon. It will deflate, explode. They don't want you to know that they are not powerful. They don't want you to know this. Do they have money? Yes, they are rich. Many of them are even billionaires, millionaires, whatever. They are running big companies. Yes, it's true. They know how to call the shots here and there. Yes, but take the power from them, and you will see who that person is. Take all those billions and whatever, their homes, mansions, and whatever, and look at them. You will see. You will see the real person behind the facade. So they make you to believe, over believe, to believe that they have always been these very, very huge, powerful people. On the 3D status, that's true, because if a person can command an entire team to gang stalk somebody and pay so much money just to gang stalk one individual, that means that you're powerful. It means that you're powerful. A lot of you guys gang stalkers. That's why they're gang stalking you, because you're powerful. A person gives orders, and they're going to set up a whole team to start gang stalking you, moving behind you, checking your online platforms, all these fake accounts. How abnormal is this? How guys, I'm finding the best word. How more abnormal can it get? People have got to spend the entire hours gang stalking one person and they are all paid. It means you're powerful. They just don't want you to know this. You're powerful. You're very powerful and they know it. Many of you guys can even be gang stalked by your own landlords. It has happened to me. You think when I'm talking about these things, I don't know? Your own landlord. Your own boss at work, your own managers, your own supervisors. Someone that you have a lot of respect for, they're the ones paying people to stalk you. The one who is paying your salary. Your landlord, the one who is you're paying rent. You know, they don't owe you anything. But they just feel like there's something in you that is making their head spin. So they're going to start giving you all this information, the stalking. How do you think it works, ladies and gentlemen? That's what it is. They just don't want you to know that you're powerful. Are you guys following? So awareness is key, vigilance is key. Protect your energy, protect yourselves, look around you. Don't doubt your intuition because your intuition will never lie to you. Okay? Like the page, share and subscribe. You guys know I'd love and appreciate the support. Please book a session. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, see you guys in my next one. There's the most signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.